Find three ordered pair solutions for the equation 3x minus 2y equals 18. You notice we're not given a table, we're not given any of the values to begin with, right? We are just asked to find three ordered pair solutions. Okay. So the good thing about this is that we can actually pick any values that we want. Okay. Now remember, in an ordered pair, right, there is two values, the x value and the y value. They go together, right? They're not just some random numbers that we're putting together, right? So in this case, let's just try x equals 0, right? So what does that mean? It means that if x is equal to 0, there must be some corresponding y value here, okay? So think about that. No matter what value we pick, right, it could be for x or for y, once we plug it in here, we should be able to find the corresponding value, okay? So, 0 is always the easiest one to pick, right? So when x equals 0, right, we're going to figure out what the y value is. So 3 times x, but in the place of x, we're going to put 0, minus 2y equals 18. And then notice, we can solve this one for y. Okay, well, 3 times 0, anything times 0 is just 0, so we get negative 2y equals 18. So here, when we divide both sides by negative 2, right, the negative 2 do cancel out, so we are just left with y equals 18 divided by negative 2, which is negative 9. All right, so what does that mean? It means that 0, comma, negative 9 is an ordered pair solution, one of them. So hopefully you realize that, we can do this many, many times if you want to, right? So I'm just going to pick y equals 0. Okay, so 3 times x minus 2 times 0 equals 18. Notice I've just plugged in 0 into the y variable, and I should be able to solve this for x, right? We know that 0 times anything is just equal to 0, so we get 3 times x equals 18. I'm going to divide both sides by 3 here. Okay? So I get x is equal to 6. And I got to be careful though, right? What is this ordered pair? Right? X is 6, y is 0, and we know that in the ordered pair, x always comes first. Okay? Now, what about the last? Remember, you're asked to find three ordered pairs, right? So for the last one, I'm not going to say it matters, right? But let's do x is equal to 2. Right? So I'm going to plug in x is equal to 2 here. And then I'm sort of going to work backwards and solve for y. Okay, we know that 3 times 2 is 6. And from here, in order to solve for y, I'm going to subtract 6 to both sides. We know that in the left side, the 6's cancel out. So we are left with negative 2y equals 12. In order to isolate y, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. Okay, so the negative 2's do cancel out, right? So we're just left with y. And y equals 12 divided by negative 2, which is negative 6. So this last, or not the last, but the third ordered pair here is 2, comma, negative 6. Right? Remember, these are just three ordered pairs that we found, right? There's infinitely many. Right? You can pick a fraction, you can pick a negative number, you can pick a decimal. Okay? But like I said, there's two variables. As long as you plug in one of these values, right, you should be able to sort of work backwards and find the other value.